everybody. It's Hoops Night in the Play Space. Welcome. We're going to take a look at the full play basketball game components, set them up, and play some hoops right here on this tabletop. Hello again, Keith Avalone from Play Games. Sam is producing tonight's show. It has been a long time getting to this point, to say the least, but I feel like we're finally at a place where we're ready to get this game to your tabletop. Very soon, we set the release date actually a week early. We bumped it up to May 17th, so we are on track for full play hoops. Highlight Maker Hoops prime time. Appreciate your patience in this. I'm wearing my Clippers shirt, the same shirt I wore to the Chicago Hoopla get-together. That was over 5 years ago. Hard to believe, but true. And another truth is that the game we played that day in Chicago is very different from what the final Hoops game turned out to be. Or I guess I should say the Hoops games turned out to be. Our original goal was to create a full play basketball game that you could play in 40 minutes and keep full stats. And what we wound up with was a game that you could play in 40 minutes and a game with which you could play full play stats. Two modes to the same game. They're two different ways to play basically the same basketball game. The cards that we used that day in Chicago are essentially the same cards that we're using today. So that part has not changed. The cards are the same. The games are different. But we'll save the backstory for another time. In fact, I plan on putting together a blog post sometime soon that will kind of detail all the twists and turns that this game has taken. But bottom line is that we are getting close to being ready to release it. And tonight we're going to show you the components. We believe these are more or less the final components. We'll explain how the game works if you don't already know, and play a couple of segments with Jules Siggel's fine NCAA college cards. And that's going to be our show for tonight. So let's get at the game table and show you what the package will look like. I probably don't have this centered, do I? That's probably better. All right, so this is what you're going to get in the mail. If you get the basic package, we are going to offer this. We went back and forth about whether we're going to have a box for this, because we see this as parallel to the Express games for second season and History Maker Baseball and Hockey Blast and soon to be Soccer Blast, where they're extensions of the parent game that play in a different way. Of course, in those games, the extension plays faster. It's a faster playing version. And in this case, for basketball, it's exactly the reverse. It's a longer full play version of our highlights-based game. But it's still the same concept. It's an extension of the parent game. It's a different way to play essentially the same game. And so we thought, does it really warrant having a box? At the same time, we recognize that a lot of people, are going to take the plunge into basketball with the full play game first. We hope they might also try the highlights game, which I think is awesome. In fact, I firmly believe that the highlights game is really the way to play tabletop basketball. And a lot of people, I think we've talked about that before. But all that to say, we are going to make an option, at least for the short term, where you can get a game box with this package for like an upscale, an upcharge, a little bit extra, because we do have to. We can't ship the box in a mailer. We have to ship it in a box. Box has to go inside a box. So anyway, this is at the heart of it. This is the Highlight Maker Hoops Primetime basketball game. It's going to come in a cello bag like this. And I'm going to open it up right now and show you what it will look like coming out of this cello bag. This is like the cover sheet here, but it also serves as the cover for the final minute version. Let's start with the end of the game first, I guess, right? So here's the final minute bifold book, and it's got your final minute charts. This is a new final minute game, by the way. We've been working on this alongside with the full play game, kind of side by side, off and on, sort of a tag team thing. But we've expanded it a little bit, but it's still the basic same concept. You come down to the final minute, you're going to go, basically second by second to the final outcome. You get your charts here, you got more charts here, you got your timer here. On the back of it is the unusual results chart for the main game, and I'm going to show you how that's going to work here shortly. Here's the instruction booklet. It's a comprehensive book. What you've come to expect from us. It's, covers all the things. It'd be very, very familiar in terms of layout, format, and style. These are the game boards. Let me show you how it's going to set up. This is the TV timeout board. These are the playing court game boards. So So you get your ref spaces here. I'm sure these have not changed much, really, for the past couple of years. This has changed quite a bit, and this is where the unusual results will go. It'll go like this. So this is your setup as you're going to play this game. I'll move it up here. It's probably some of it's probably off the board right now. Well, that's fine. This game will take up a little bit more table space, I think, than most of our game. Well, maybe the golf game takes about this much space. I'm not sure. It's not an unreasonable amount of space, but we will need to add space for the fast action cards. Usually I play with the fast action cards, or the fast action charts as we call them, down here. So in that case, I will need to move all this up. But just to complete the tour, we are going to include the base teams that come with Highlight Maker hoops as part of this package. Again, recognizing that some people won't have the parent game. There are plenty of teams available for free download, including Jules college teams. Dan Garlick has done some awesome college teams. There's another guy on the Play community who's also done some fantastic work with college teams. Anyway, there's plenty of teams to to play. That won't be a problem. What teams can I play? But we will include some teams and also some refs. We'll set those over here. We'll have some score sheets in there, and then the fast action cards, which will come in perforated sheets like this for ease of mailing. I do happen to have a set already separated, and we've gone ahead and rounded the corners with our corner rounder here. But these are the fast action charts, which are really, I think what changed the game was the game changer, as we say, in terms of making this game really come together. We originally had the game engine on small square cards that were about this size, and it did work. And they're actually handy to use, but you had to be able to, everything had to be encoded in like letter or word codes. And then you'd have to go back to the rules book to try to figure out what that meant if you didn't know how to play it. Once you figured out how to play the game, then it was like second nature. But nobody could ever get to that point. We had so much trouble getting people to play test a game because they had to keep going back to the rules. So we went in this direction. And I will say that initially when I showed this to people, they thought, oh no, I got to roll a die for each of these. That's not going to work. Trust me, it works great. So as I think you'll see. All right, so that is the tour of the game. The game works really similar to most fast action card driven games, where you're going to flip a card, you're going to roll a die, which is going to tell you which one of these readings that you are going to read from, and then you're going to do what it says, and then you will mark the statistics down if there are any to mark down, and then flip the next one. And when you go through the deck, you will have completed a quarter. Each of these, there's 56 cards in this fast action chart deck, and depending on the era and whether you're playing college or pro, you will use a varying number of these for each half and or quarter. So that is a basic explanation of how the game works. I'm going to go ahead and just set up a game to show you how it works. How tedious is the setup time? People are going to wonder how hard is it to set this game up. It's actually pretty easy. So to do that, I'm going to move this up so I've got room for my fast action charts, which I'm going to put here. We're going to play a college game. I think we'll play the first half, maybe just the first couple segments of the UConn-Alabama game using the cards that Jewel made. Where did I put those cards? Assuming I can find. Oh, here they are. Assuming I can find the cards. I do not have refs, so would you grab a couple of. Yeah, what did I do with those? I think they're here. Hang on. These are from the 1964-65 season. What the heck are we using? I've been playtesting the game, kind of putting it through its final paces by playing games from different eras, and I got around to playing the 64-65 season is what I've been playing with most recently. So are they separated? I'll just use these. These are fine. Well, you put Mendy Rudolph out there, right? And Willie Smith. They'll be our refs for tonight. They hopped in a time machine and will join us. I intended to make some like generic ref cards for the college, but I just never got around to it. Apologies for that. All right, so the other thing I didn't show you was this dice packet is also going to come with the game. we don't usually include dice with our express games, so this is a little bit different. We are going to include the dice though, because the dice in these chips, the black and the white die serve general utilitarian purposes. These colored dice are used to assign the chips to the players, and these are the different colored chips which correspond to playmaking and scoring. Each team gets a set of these to place on their players and on their coaching slot. I'll just kind of set these out here for you to look at while I do this. Then there's 2 tokens. One of them will mark the who's got the ball. And generally, I'll be honest, when I'm playing this game, I just kind of keep in my head who's got the ball. I don't need to have this thing, but you can if you want. You can put it on the player on the team that has the ball and track it that way if you need to or want to. The other token will go here on the TV timeout board, and it'll help you track what TV timeout you're at. Set this here for now. You will simply, to play the game, you'll simply choose your lineups. We'll put Alabama on the bottom here and Connecticut on top. The usage symbols will help you determine who the starters are. Filled in circles are starters. Outline circles are like reserves. So I'm just looking for filled in circles here. I'm going to put them out on the board. And here we go. Now, these college teams, a lot of them don't have centers. Sometimes some of them play 3 guards, so not to worry about that. We discussed that at length earlier. I guess we'll put Pringle here at center, and then these guys are the bench. And where's our coach? Here's our coach, Nate Oates. All right, so Oates' card goes here. The bench is here. That's Alabama. And now we're going to go ahead. We're going to set their mood. Just visualize Oates is giving them the pregame pep talk here just before the tip-off. And we roll an 8. We're going to compare that to his ranges. That's going to be neutral. He will neither energize them nor cause them to be complacent. They're just going to have a neutral start here. We'll put that right there. Now we're going to roll these color dice to determine where the chips are going to go. And the number on the die will correspond to the player that the chip goes on. So the purple chip's going to go on player 4, the power forward. The red chip, which is the most active scorer, will go on the guard, Mark Sears, player 3. The green chip, playmaking chip, goes on Estrada. And the blue chip, it says 6, so whenever it comes up to 6, you can put on whichever player you want. And this is a playmaking chip. The blue is for playmaking purposes. So we'll put that on Pringle here. Although we could put it on Sears. Part of the strategy in placing the chips, the more chips a player can have more than one chip. A player can have as many as 3 chips. But the more chips they have, the more likely it is, the more work they're doing, and the more likely it is that they'll have to come out at the end of the segment. So generally speaking, you like to spread your chips around. That's not always the case, but we'll do it this way for this game. Let's take a look at Connecticut. We're going to set Connecticut's pregame attitude 9. They're going to be energized. So I'm going to put the coaching chip on the energized area. And I'm going to put their players out. Now notice that I'm leaving the word fresh uncovered. All players are fresh as the game starts, obviously. We'll put Newton here. We'll put Spencer here. Yeah, I'll move these over to here. And we'll put Caravan here. Castle. And how about Klingon? And there's our bench. We'll do the same thing. Roll these dice. We got a 4 here for the red chip. The shooting chip's going to go on Caravan. Looks like the purple and blue are both going to go on Newton. And the green chip will go on Castle. All right. We're ready to roll. We're going to do a tip-off. You know what? I want to point out this game, this little packet of chips and dice is going to include a decider die. I don't know why we forgot to put one in. Wait a minute. I got one here. Are you adjusting our... All right. Here's our decider. All right. So we discussed having some sort of a, some sort of a more complex methodology for doing tip-offs, jump balls. But in the end, we figured, it's not a major part of the game. We're just going to use the decider. Bullet's going to go to the home team. Blank's going to go to the visiting team. All right, the only thing we have left to do here is to divide our stacks. Now, for the college game, there's a variety of ways a variety of paces that a game can take. You can get a really high-scoring game and a really low-scoring game. What we found worked well in Vegas when we played this game a lot at Dice Tower West in Vegas. I'm going to shuffle this deck, although, as I've said previously, this deck does not need to be shuffled greatly. In fact, I was talking with Tom Kerwin yesterday. He says, I don't even shuffle it at all anymore, because when you roll the die, it gives you a total random distribution of those 6 results, so you really don't even need to shuffle. But, it's such a habit. Anyway, at Dice Tower West, we found it really good just to divide this stack into 6 stacks, and that's your half. So I'm just going to do that, and that'll be our first half. And again, they don't have to be equal because, let's face it, the TV timeouts don't happen at precise moments. They just kind of happen as the moment warrants. So there's no need for these stacks to be equal. So this is going to be our first half right here. I guess the only thing I don't have is a score sheet, a stat sheet, and I probably do want to keep score. Not that I would normally. Really, the only reason I'm keeping score is to make sure the stats are good. As I'm going to play this game in the future, probably I won't keep a lot of stats, but I will keep stats just to show you. First of all, show you how it's done, and to or how I do it. I guess everybody keeps stats their own way, and so I'm not going to tell you how to keep stats. This is the way that I keep stats. This is the way the score sheet works with the game. Is the score sheet on the screen at all? Probably not, huh? All right, well, I'm not going to, you don't really, I'll show it to you. It'll be off camera, but this is what the score sheet looks like. And I just have a running score here. I've got boxes for each of the players, and I'm just going to track what they do. And I'll give you a summary at some point of who's doing what. So I'm going to write down the names of each of the players. Let's see, Newton, Spencer. Bear with me here. This is what makes streams go so long is, I'm playing a game and tend to want to rush this, and then I can't read my own writing. But I'm just going to take it easy. We may not play the whole game tonight. You'll get an idea how it works, though. So there's the Connecticut lineup, UConn. And here's Alabama is going to be Estrada, Griffin, Sears, Nelson, and Pringle. All right. And that's it. We're ready to start. I just need a sip of my. Have a sip of my LaCroix, which is actually not LaCroix tonight. I'm having a Ska Lager tonight in celebration of having this game ready to roll. All right, let's just play. I'm going to do my tip off, and it looks like Alabama's going to get the tip. So we'll put the little token here, and we flip our first. I'm going to need a little bit more space here. Flip all this over here. So I got room to flip a card. And I'm going to roll a die. And it's going to say the defender of green. Does the defender of green have quick? Well, we're going to check Newton, who's defending Estrada. Does he have the quick quality? He has it for offense. See the triangle there. But he's not defensively quick. So that is going to be a no. And so the power forward, Nelson, is going to take a net shot. He does not have the net quality, so he's going to miss. I'm going to put a missed shot for Nelson. It's a missed 2-pointer. And we're going to check shooting forward for snag, the snag rebounding quality. Neither of them have it. The tie's going to go to the offense. So it'll be an offensive rebound for Sears. And he will get a putback chance. And, we're going to get an unusual result right away. So he's going to miss the shot. It's going to go out of bounds, an offensive team rebound, and we're going to have our first unusual result here. Typically, the unusual results happen once, maybe twice a game. We got one early here. So 6, we got a technical foul on the trailing team coach. Well, it's no score yet, so that would be the visiting team coach. And we'll just roll the decider since we're kind of in a neutral zone. Bullet, it's going to be a technical team on a technical foul on Alabama. Okay, so Alabama's going to get the technical foul. And so, and forgive me, I'm not 100% sure of the technical foul rules. So, I mean, don't judge me. I'm going to have Connecticut shoot a technical foul, and then they're going to get the ball. So let's have Caravan go to the line, and he makes the shot. So Caravan gets a technical foul, free throw, and Connecticut leads 1-0, and they have the ball. I'm not going to move this. I'm going to leave this here for now. So Connecticut with the ball, and we have a heated play result. So heated play is a way for us to make guys who foul a lot actually be valuable rather than a liability. So in this case, the player with the heated play symbol, the burst symbol, which is Pringle, he's going to foul Newton. So that's going to be a good foul, though, because it's going to keep Newton from hitting a three-point shot. Or taking a three-point shot and hitting it. So we'll put the foul on Pringle. And obviously not the bonus, so we just flip a new card. That's what you call a good foul. Offense blue with energized. Okay, so they are energized because of Hurley's little pregame pep talk. And so the green player is going to take a net shot, and he's going to hit it. So Castle's going to hit, and Connecticut is up 3-0. And back to Alabama. Offense center with Spark. Let's check and see. He does have Spark. So the green player is going to take a tip shot. Estrada fails on the tip in, but it's going to be an offensive rebound to the center. Pringle. All this is on the cards, by the way. So Pringle's going to get the offensive rebound. He'll have a chance to put it up, and no, he will not have a chance to put it up. So no shot, no putback available. They've got to bring it out. So Pringle gets the ball out, and looks like Nelson and Newton are going to trade yes shots, meaning they're going to take like an outside shot. Nelson's going to miss his, and the defensive rebound is going to go to Caravan. And Newton is going to hit his because he has the yes quality, as you can see right there. So now it's 5-0 Connecticut. And another heated play result. We're going to check Connecticut, though, for the burst symbol, and they do not have it. So we're going to check the red player or the circle star player, which happens to be the red player. And then Nelson also has it, but we'll go with Sears. And we're going to check the yes quality. If it's underlined, he will hit a 3. He does not have it underlined, so he's going to miss the shot but go to the line. He's going to miss a 2-point shot, so that doesn't count as a free throw, a field goal attempt. But Sears will go to the line. So we're going to give a foul to. We have to assign the foul to a Klingon. So Klingon gets called for the foul, and Sears will go to the line to shoot 2, and he misses he makes the first, and he makes the second. So Sears hits them both, and Alabama is on the board. It is 5-2. Green players trade wow shots. So Castle has got an underline wow. Castle's going to hit a big 3, our first 3 of the game. And Estrada will match his 3 with his own 3. And now it's 8-5. Back to UConn. Is red the visitor? Well, we're going to have to roll the decider on that. Dodd he is. He is the visitor. So he's going to miss from long range. So Caravan's going to miss from long range. Misses a 3. And the defensive rebound is going to go to Nelson. So let's give Nelson the rebound. And defender of blue with reach. Let's check and see. He does have reach, and it's underlined. So that means it's going to be a score on the transition. So everything is spelled out on the card. Purple's going to miss an arc shot. That's a missed 3 for Nelson. We'll mark him down for a missed 3. He's 0 for 3 now. It's actually deflected by Klingon. He's going to get a blocked shot. The defensive rebound is going to go to Newton. And the basket on the transition will go to Castle, who now has 7 points. And UConn is up 10-5, and we go into our first TV timeout. All right, so there's that. I'm going to set those cards aside. And now we go into the TV timeout process. Connecticut just scored, so Alabama with the ball. I'll put this token down here on Alabama. And we're going to go through this process of the coach talking to his team, trying to set some strategy, bringing some people in if necessary, and all that's going to be accomplished with the roll of the black and white dice. So let's start with Alabama first, since they're going to be bringing it in. We roll the 2. So on the TV timeout chart, it says an unplayed player must enter the game. Well, none of these guys on the bench have played yet, so that's actually a good time for this to happen. We'll go ahead and bring in. I don't know. Nobody's in foul trouble. We'll bring in. Let's see. We'll bring in Stevenson. He's at the top. Now we'll bring in Walters. I don't want to overthink this, but we'll bring in Walters and we'll take out Sears. So you can get a little bit more size in the lineup. We're going to put Sears in the resting area. Everybody else besides Walters, they're no longer going to be fresh. Now, if I wanted to, I could bring in more fresh people. I'm going to leave it like it is for now, though, just so you can see. And then I'm going to reassign these chips by rolling the dice. So again, this is what the TV camera's on Oates. He's talking to the players. He's telling them how we're gonna break it down. He said we're only 5 points down. I'm kind of disappointed, but let's see if we can get this thing back under control. So Walters, the new guy, is going to get the purple and the blue chip. Let's see, the green chip is going to go on Griffin, and we can put the red chip on whoever we want. Well, who's got the most shot qualities? Who's got the most underlined shot qualities? Probably. Let's go ahead and give it to Estrada. And they are ready to go. And the 2 also will go with the coach's, his pep talk or whatever you want to call it. And because 2 falls in the energized range, they will be energized coming out of the TV timeout. We're going to do the same thing for Connecticut. 5 will be energized. They're going to stay energized. And on the 5 result, the blue player has to come out. So Newton's going to come out. He's going to go to the resting zone. These guys will all not be fresh. And we'll go ahead and bring in... Oh, I know. We'll bring in Johnson. We'll move these guys down like this and bring Johnson in here. We'll roll our colored dice to see who's going to get what chips. And let's see. 2 is going to go here. 3 is going to go here. Let's see. He's also going to get the shooting chip. That might not be a good call. And Caravan gets the blue chip. We're energized, and we are ready to inbound. Now, the beauty of this system is that it keeps you from having to... You never have to add up how many shots a guy's taken. Is he tired? You never have to worry about, is a guy... Do I need to get this guy out? Am I overusing him? The game is structured so that if you can overuse a guy, you're welcome to do it, but it will legislate it pretty often. Sometimes, occasionally you can get a guy to play a lot of the game, but most of the time, usually the reverse is what happens. Is the guy that you want to play a lot, he keeps getting sat down. So there's a lot of benefit to this chip system, and one of them is that you don't have to keep track of stamina or anything like that. You just play your guys, put them in there, and let them rip. Okay, let's go and do the inbound. Alabama's going to inbound. We're going to go on the inbound chart and roll these 2 dice. 12. Uh-oh. That's going to be stolen and a breakaway by Spencer. So Spencer with the steal and a breakaway slam, and that is not how Alabama wanted it. So it makes it 12-5, and that also gives them what we call lightning status, and that is a characteristic in the highlights game as well. In this game, it gives a chance for the scoring team to apply the pressure, get the ball back, and get another basket. I'll see if they do. They will not. Oh wait, yes they do. It's a turnover. So it's a turnover. So Alabama turns it over again, and then a layup by Johnson. So things are quickly falling apart for Alabama here. And they are now trailing 14-5. All right, so it's an era-specific result. In this case, it's going to be missed threes, and then a defensive rebound to the high player with the most quality. So Estrada's going to miss a 3. It'll be rebound by Klingon. And again, this is all spelled out in the rules. I'm not going to go through the rules book here. And then Johnson will miss a 3. Well, actually, he'll miss a 2 because he doesn't have any underlined qualities. He will miss a 2. There he is. And the defensive rebound will go to Pringle. And Alabama has the ball, trying to get back in this game. Purple players are going to miss from long range. And it's going to be followed by heated play. So Walters is going to miss a 3. We got a rain. It's raining down 3s now. So Walters misses a 3. Defensive rebound to Klingon. And then Castle is going to miss a 3. And a defensive rebound to Pringle. And then we're going to have heated play. And it doesn't look like anybody on Connecticut has the burst symbol. So that means Nelson is going to look for in the net. So Nelson's going to miss and go to the line. And fouled while shooting. Fouled by Johnson. So Nelson goes to the line. He hits the first. Hits the second. 14-7. We should have had a scoreboard for this. I haven't announced the score. 14-7, UConn is up. UConn with the ball. We're checking the defender of blue for fresh. Okay, this is where the freshness comes in. This is where, it's I guess similar in some ways to the way the baseball game pitching freshness works, in that sometimes it's to your benefit to bring in a lesser player who's fresh than to leave a guy in who isn't. So in this case, that's what we're going to see here. It's going to be the defender. Is the defender of blue fresh? He's not. Nelson's not fresh. So the point guard, Spencer's going to take a net shot and hit it. That's a 3. So Spencer's going to hit a 3. If we'd had a fresh player there, that wouldn't have happened. So it does give you incentive to bring people in, rather than just play your best players all game. All right, red players are going to trade missed 3s if they've got underlying quality. So Estrada is going to miss again. Defensive rebound to Castle. And then Johnson is going to miss a 2 because he does not have any underlying qualities. And the defensive rebound will go to Griffin. Here's Alabama. Offensive blue with skill. He does have it. Red player's going to take a wow shot, a 3-pointer by Estrada. That was needed. It is 16-9 UConn. 6. Offense shooting guard with Smart. Let's check and see. He does not have that quality. So the great player, and in this case it could be either. We'll roll a die to see. You can choose, though. Klingen's going to miss a shot that he would have ordinarily made. And a defensive rebound to Griffin. So a chance for Alabama to get back into 6. Defense center with Sparks going to steal. Oh, he does it. So Klingen's going to steal it right back. Get a block and a steal now. Here's UConn with the ball. Is blue a visitor? Let's check and see. No. So he's going to score. So Caraban's going to score from long range. He's going to hit a 3. Big 3 for Caraban. It's 18-9. Alabama, offense green with power. He has it. Blue player is going to take an arc shot and hit it. Walters with a 3. There he is. Connecticut. And we're going to go to our next TV timeout here shortly. Offense point guard with Spark. Does not have it. So Spencer's going to throw the ball away, and that will give the ball to Alabama going into the second TV timeout. All right, so we're going to do exactly the same thing. This time, we'll start again with Alabama. We roll a 12, which means an unplayed player must enter the game. Let's see who needs to come out. Who's doing poorly? Nelson's missed all his shots. Let's get him out of there. So Sears goes back to the bench. He could go in if we wanted him to. These guys go like this. Let's bring in right cell. We'll get him at the. Put him in the shooting forward position, even though he's sort of a guard. All right, we rolled a 12, which for Alabama means it's going to be clashing. So they did not have a good meeting of the minds in the huddle, and this team is clashing for this next segment. Put the bench here. Let's reassign these chips, so you can almost see, players. He's kind of barking at the players, and look at that. We rolled 3 1s. So it looks like Estrada is going to be the man here for this next segment. He's saying, get the ball to Estrada, for crying out loud. Purple chip's going to go to right cell, the new guy. The other guys are going to stay like that. So that's how we're going to be for Alabama. Let's do same thing for Connecticut. 5, they're going to stay energized. We are going to take out the blue player. Caraban's going to come out. Pats on the back. Everybody's saying, yeah, way to go, man. He hit that big 3. And let's bring in Ball. How about? And let's bring Newton back in. Move him. These guys are not fresh anymore. And we'll make Newton the shooting guard. Bring him back in. Oops. So Newton's the only fresh guy for UConn, and right cell's the only fresh guy for Alabama. You know what the heck? Let's go ahead and let's bring in, since UConn's got a good lead, we'll go ahead and bring in Ball. We'll let Spencer rest. So they got a little bit more freshness. I could put more in if I wanted to, but I won't. Let's re-roll those chips. This is almost, the TV timeout is almost like a game within the game, which is kind of fun. So it looks like we're not really going to change too much here. It looks like Castle's going to be the big shooter. Johnson's going to be a playmaker, and we can put the blue chip on whomever we like. Let's go ahead and put it on Klingon. It's got those underlying qualities which can really pay off. All right, Alabama's going to inbound. They have drawn back to within 7. It's 18-11. And here's the inbound for the Crimson Tide. Energized offense? No, they are clashing, unfortunately. So had they been energized, they would have gotten a chance to hit a big 3. Instead, it's kind of an awkward move, and there's going to be a defense foul on Castle. So they'll keep the ball. And here we go. Purple player's going to trade short-range shots, made if trailing. So they are trailing, so right cell is going to hit that shot. Comes off the bench and immediately hits for 2. But Castle is not, UConn is not trailing, so Castle is going to miss his shot. And the defensive rebound is going to go to right cell. Wow, how about that? So now it's 18-13. Back to within 5 for the Tide. Roll, Tide, roll, right? Defense shooting forward with power. That's a no. Red's going to take an energized shot, and they're clashing, so he's going to miss. So Estrada's going to miss a 2. We're going to check the shooting guards for the pick quality. Neither of them have it. Ty's going to go to the offense, so Griffin will get the offensive rebound. See if he can put it up and in, and he's not able to make a play. He's got to kick it out again. Checking the ref. Ref's 3, is he strict? Well, that's Paul Ruddy. He is not strict. If he were strict, he would have called a foul. But instead, he says, let him play. So we'll just flip to the next fast action card. The refs are kind of fun to watch, too. They do impact. I'll tell you a funny story. Remind me to tell you a funny story at the end of the game before we end the broadcast about the refs. All right, so defense shooting forward, fouls shooting forward, unless he's got a clover symbol. He does not. So Castle's going to get a foul. We're still not in the bonus, though. Blue players are going to trade missed long-range shots if they got underlined qualities. So Estrada is going to miss a 3. He's mainly shot 3s. Defensive rebound is going to go to Johnson. And then Klingon is going to miss a 2 because he does not have any underlying qualities. He's going to take 3-point shots. And Walters will get the rebound. So no harm for Tide. They're still down by 5. Green players trade short-range shots. Long range are trailing by double digits. They're not. And again, it's a trailing result. So Estrada's going to hit a 2. And Johnson's going to miss because they are not trailing. And the defensive rebound is going to go to Pringle. And look at this. A little rally for Alabama. It's now 18-15. A 3 will tie it here. Defense shooting guard with quick and spark will steal. All right, so Tristan Newton has the spark quality, and it's underlined, but he does not have the quick quality on defense. So that will be a no. He's going to foul. So Newton gets the foul. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 fouls. I believe it's 6 for the bonus in college. 4. Point guard with reach. Doesn't have it. Blue's going to miss long range. So Estrada's going to miss another long range shot. Point guard for leap. Well, look at that. So Estrada's got the leap quality. Underlined. Ball does not have the leap quality. So Estrada's going to get the rebound. It's going to bounce right back to him. He's going to put it up and in on the putback. And that makes it a 1-point game. Alabama's almost come all the way back. We're checking ref 2 for the strict quality. He's not strict. He's lenient, as a matter of fact. So he's going to not make a call that a strict ref would have made. I don't think we have any strict refs, do we? We do not. Shooting guard with reach. Checking Newton. He has offensive reach. So Gray's going to take a yes shot. Either of them have the yes. They both have it. So Ball will get the shot. And that gives UConn a little breathing room. And back to Alabama. Sam Walters. Let's see here. Point guard with power. Walters is not to be called on. Sorry. Point guard with power. He has it. But unfortunately, Alabama's not energized, so right cell is going to miss that shot. It is an offensive. I'm sorry, it's a missed 3-pointer. Reading the wrong column here. And we have a battle, an off-the-glass battle, shooting forward. We're checking for the snag quality. Neither of them have it, so it's going to be tied to the defense. Castle will get it. And we're going to go to the third TV timeout. But Alabama's closed the gap. It's a 3-point game, 20-17. And UConn will get the ball first. Coming out of the segment. Let's go ahead and do one more segment. How about 12? So that's only a lot of those low outcome numbers. So unplayed player must enter the game for UConn. Let's see who hasn't come. Well, it's either Diarra or Stewart. We'll put in Diarra. We will take out. Let's see. We'll take out Newton. And we'll take out Ball. We can bring Spencer back in if we want. And Caravan. I think we might. I think we'll take Johnson out, bring Caravan back in. He's fresh now. And the rest of these guys will just go to the bench. We rolled a 12, which means that Connecticut is synced, which is as good as it gets. So they're definitely clicking, but they only have a 3-point lead. Now let's check for the, let's redistribute the chips. See who gets what here. 1. There's Diarra. Klingon. We'll save the red for whomever. Newton gets the green. Who are we going to give the red one to? Not Klingon. We want some 3s. Let's give it to Newton. He'll take 2 of them. So there's UConn's lineup, and they are synced, which is better than energized. Here's Alabama. They made a nice little run there despite clashing. Sometimes it helps to be mad. Purple must rest. So right cell, the guy that came in, has got to come out. We'll bring Nelson back in. Everybody else will stay right where they are. We'll re-roll these chips. 4, 1, 2, and 2. All right. And what are we? 3 is going to mean they are energized. Well, how about that? All right. So we're all set. Ready to begin the next segment with UConn on top, 20-17. Inbound by UConn. And it's a 7. We have an energized offense and an energized defense, so that will be neutral. We'll just go to the next fast action card with Connecticut in possession of the ball. Offense power forward with quick. He has it. Green player's going to take a yes shot. Newton, bang! 5-point lead for UConn, 22-17. Green player's fouled while shooting. It's missed. Fouled by Newton, so Newton gets the foul. Griffin's going to the line. 3, he hits the first and hits the second. So Griffin hits 2. Back to UConn. Power forward with power. He has it underlined. So the great player is going to take a wow shot. That's going to be Castle with a 3. Would have made it anyway. Didn't really need Caravan's help, but you can just visualize. It was one of those slam dunk, like, oh man, that's a beautiful play right there. Has the crowd on their feet. So a 3-point play for UConn makes it 25-19. Back to Alabama. Defense shooting forward with energized. They are synced, which means they're energized. So Griffin's going to miss the shot. It's deflected. We're going to give a block to Castle. Defensive rebound is going to go to let's see here. Defensive rebound is going to go to Caravan. Let's see here. Offense green with spark. He's got it underlined. So the red player is going to take a net shot. 2-pointer for Newton. Easy 2. Beautiful driving layup. And UConn is expanding their lead again. Purple foul while shooting by the opposing player. That's going to be a 3rd foul for Newton. He's going to be in foul trouble. Does he make the shot? 6. Okay, so in this case, because the wow quality is underlined, that's a 3-point play, which means he did not foul. He was far enough out. He would have fouled if he would have continued to drive in, but because it was a 3-point shot, that is not going to be a foul on Newton. It will be just a 3-point shot made by Griffin. And that will take us to the TV timeout. And it is 27-22. So Griffin's 3 draws Alabama back to within striking distance. We'll do another TV timeout here with UConn. And we get a 10. Purple and blue must rest. All right, so Diarra's got to come out, and Klingon's got to come out. We'll leave these guys like this. Ball can come back in. It's a very simple process. The guys that are forced to rest, you put them in the resting spot. The guys that were in the resting spot go to the bench. Then you pick up your bench guys and you say, okay, who's coming in? And these guys can stay in if you want, or you can take them out. We will go with let's put Johnson in here as a center, and we'll put Spencer back in. They're both fresh now. We rolled a 10, which means they are going to be neutral this time, and we're going to assign the chips. It's going to be 2, 1, 5, and 5. So Johnson's going to be the big play man this time, looks like. All right, that's it for UConn. Let's see what Alabama answers. We rolled another 2. They may not have an unplayed player left. Well, I guess they have Wog. He's going to have to come in. They're emptying the bench. Who do we want to have come out? Let's get Walters out. Right, so it goes to the bench. So we've got, who's not in there that should be? Sears. Do we want him in there? Yeah, we do. We'll go like this, I think. Let's put Griffin here. We'll put Sears as the shooting guard. See if he can inject some life into this Alabama offense. All right, let's rearrange the chips. Let's see, 4. Blue's going to go on Nelson. 2's going to go on Sears. Green one's going to go on Sears, rather. Purple's on the right spot, and the red moves to Wog. And Connecticut will inbound, leading 27-22. Getting actually kind of close to halftime here. 5 on the inbound. Complacent offense? No. Purple's going to launch or score. So the launch or score mechanism is actually something we tweaked in Vegas. You can take a high percentage 3 or an automatic score on that. It's basically the play that they drew up worked well. Or you also have the option if you want to go for a momentum 3. So the high percentage 3 in this case would be a 1 through 4. You'd make the 3. Or you can just take an automatic 2. Or you can go for the momentum 3, which is 1 to 3 made. But if you roll a 1, then you get a lightning status. So since they're leading, we'll just take the 2 actually. That probably will be good enough. And it will go to, we'll give it to Castle. We'll get the 2. An easy basket for Castle. But they could have, used, if that had been Alabama, I probably would have launched one. Try to get back in the game. All right, so now it's 29-22, and here's Alabama. Defense shooting forward with Spark. Castle's got, he steals, and he's fouled. So Castle's going to steal. He's fouled by Wog. Not in the bonus. So they'll just keep the ball. Defender Purple fouls Purple. That's going to be Wog again. Oh, we got another foul. Well, he does have the burst symbol, so that's probably appropriate. Fouls him while shooting. It's missed, so that's going to put Johnson going to the line. And he's going to miss. He clanks. Oh, he clanked them both. So Johnson misses both free throws. And the rebound will go to Wog, and he will heave it down court. And a basket on the transition for Griffin. That was helpful. 29-24, Connecticut. 6. Offense shooting guard with skill. Does not have it. Double dribble on Newton. It's a turnover. Big opportunity for Alabama here. Offense screen with skill. Got it. Purple's going to take a net shot. Oh, misses. Griffin does not have the net quality. But it will be an offensive rebound to Griffin. He'll get his own rebound. Put it up and no play. He doesn't put it up. He has to kick it back out. And defense power forward with quick. Let's check Caravan. He does have it. He's going to steal. So Caravan's going to steal that ball right away. Oh, lost opportunity for Bama. Defense power forward with quick and Spark. Does not have either, so he's going to foul. Nelson's going to foul. That is going to be still not the bonus yet. That's 4. Defender of green with reach. That's a no. Center's going to take a tip shot, and Johnson's going to tip it in. Samson Johnson with the tip-in basket. UConn ups their lead to 7. And center is going to foul. That's going to be Johnson. That is going to be the bonus. shooting foul anyway. So that's going to be Sears going to the line. Oh, he misses, but makes the second. Clanks the first, makes the second. It is 31-25. Let's check the defender of green with smart, and Sears does not have defensive smart. So Johnson's going to take a big shot. He does not have the big quality, so he'll miss that shot. We're going to check the power forward for push, and that's going to be Nelson coming down with it for Alabama. Back down the court we go. Defense point guard fouls the circle star player. Let's see, that's going to be, we have two of them. Sears, we'll make it Sears. Does that put him in foul trouble? No, it doesn't. So it's just a foul for Spencer. And is that the bonus? It is the bonus. So that's going to put Sears to the line. 9. He makes the first. Makes the second. So Sears hits them both. And it's 31-27 as we go into the final TV timeout of the half. UConn will get the ball, leading by just 4. 8. We roll an 8. So let's see. That will be... it's neutral. They're going to stay neutral. And the choice player must rest. Well, who do we want to take out of there? Let's get Johnson out of there, I think. Let's see who's coming in. Yeah, we'll take Johnson out, but bring Klingen in. He'll be fresh. Everybody else is not. Let's redo those chips. Ooh, look at that. 3 1s. So Spencer is going to be the man they're going to rely on here for this last segment. And we can put the green chip on whomever we like. That's the playmaking chip. I kind of like it being right there where it is on Newton. So we're going to just leave it just like that. All right. And here's Alabama. 6. That's going to be energized. So they've got a chance here to... He's firing them up. Let's see. Green's got to come out. So Sears just came back in. See, that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes the guy you want to play most just doesn't get the opportunity to do so. Everybody, let's see. I think we'd like to get Wog out of there, really. Let's get Pringle back in. And let's go ahead and do... put Griffin here. Let's put Walters back in. All right, there we go. Re-roll those dice. So the green's going to go on 5. Where's my green chip? Here it is. Green's going on 5. Purple's going on 2. We'll save the red, and so Pringle gets the green and the blue. That might work out. Let's put the red chip on, I would put it on Sears if he was in the game. We'll put it on Walters. He's got 3 underlying qualities. He even get a couple of 3s here. All right, so UConn's going to inbound here the last 5 minutes of the half, or 4 minutes of the half. The last couple minutes of the half. Here we go. 10 on the inbound. That's going to be synced players? No. So Purple's going to miss. So Spencer's going to miss the shot. The defensive rebound to Nelson. And here we go. Red players are going to trade long-range shots made if energized. Okay, so they are energized. So Walters is going to hit that long-range shot I was talking about. And UConn is not energized for this segment, so Spencer is going to miss the long-range shot. The defensive rebound to Pringle. And it is 31-30 with Alabama now the chance to take the lead. Defense point guard with Spark will steal. He doesn't have Spark, though. So Blue's going to take a wow shot. That's a miss for Pringle. His first shot. Defensive rebound to the team, so it goes out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Alabama, and UConn gets the ball. Red players trade long-range shots made if energized once again. So Spencer again is going to try. He's going to go to the well again and miss. This time the rebound will go to Griffin. And then Walters will hit another 3. And Alabama grabs the lead. Just like that. Defense shooting guard with Spark. He has it. Griffin's going to steal. It's a one-man show. Shooting guard with Spark. There's Griffin. A 3-pointer from Walters. The fans are going crazy. 36-31, Alabama. I don't know what their run is, but it's big. Offense shooting forward with skill. Yep, Castle's got skill underlined, so Gray's going to take a big shot. If it's anybody got underlined big, yes, Caravan will hit a 3 to make a little bit of a statement there. It's 36-34. Let's see. Purple players trade long-range shots. So Griffin is made it fresh. So Griffin is not fresh. I bumped him down there. He's going to miss. If he had been fresh, he would have made that shot. Misses the 3. Defensive rebound to Klingon. And Spencer is not fresh either. So he will also miss a 3. And Pringle will get the rebound. Here's Bama. Almost in the half. Defense power forward with reach. He's got it. Caravan is going to block Griffin's shot. So Griffin gets the miss. Caravan gets the block. Rebound goes to Castle. And Connecticut with a chance to get the back. I believe tied. Yeah, this was tied. Defensive center with Quick and Sparky. He has neither. He's going to foul. Pringle's going to foul. That will send Klingon to the line. 8 is good. 8 is good. Klingon hits them both. And we're tied at 36. Alabama, last card. Defense center with Spark steals and is fouled. So Klingon steals the ball late and then is fouled by Pringle. That's his 3rd foul, too. So he's going to go to the line. Klingon's going to go to the line. Hits. No, he misses the second one. And a defensive rebound to Nelson. So Klingon gets that one basket, the free throw. So UConn will lead at the half, 37-36. All right. We won't play the second half. I'm getting too drained. But you can see how it works. It's got lots of great momentum swings, and it really tells a great story of what's happening and why. So I think that people are really going to enjoy this game. Let me quickly look at the stats here. For UConn, Newton is 3 for 3. He's got 6 points. Spencer has made 1 of 4 3-point shots. He's got 5 points. Castle looks like the leading scorer. He's got 7, 10. He's got 12 points. 2 for 3 on 3-pointers. Caravan's got 6. And then Johnson's got 4. Leading rebounder will be, looks like Klingon with just 3. Rebounds are pretty evenly spread out. For Alabama, Estrada's tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shots, and he's made all of 4. He's made 2 of 6 3-pointers. Griffin with 5 points. Sears with 5 points, all on free throws. Nelson's missed all 3 of his shots, 4 rebounds. Pringle's got the leading rebound. He's 6 rebounds. But he's also got 3 fouls now. He'll probably have to sit out. And Walters has hit 4 consecutive 3-pointers for 12 points. So there you have it. That's our halftime report from the UConn-Alabama game. Happy to answer any questions if you have them. You just shoot me an email, info@play.com, or hit the contact button. Next week, we're going to switch to wrestling and our Commissioner's Edict show. We will set the stage for the upcoming 2025 Wrestling America Federation season with sort of a fly-on-the-wall view from inside the Commissioner's office using our Commissioner's Edict fast action deck, which we put together a couple of years ago, and it was a lot of fun making the 2023 set. We're going to use it to make the 2025 set. So who's going to get renewed? Who's going to get pushed? Who's going to get told, don't let the door hit you in the rear end on the way out, rather rudely? We don't know. I mean, I have no idea. We're just going to watch it unfold next week on the Commissioner's Edict show with the Wrestling America Federation, Face the Mat Professional Wrestling. Watch it all happen live next week here on the Play Games YouTube channel, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, or 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Have a great weekend. Thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate you spending a few minutes with us, checking out our stream, and thanks for being part of our amazing community of gamers. We love you all and appreciate you all. And if you don't mind, if you enjoyed the show, please press the like button on your way out, and we will see you next time. See you next week with Wrestling Action here on the Play Games YouTube channel.